When we draw up a list of Africa's finest cities, Johannesburg is up there among the best. Although the city continues to grow, parts of its downtown area have fallen by the wayside. But a Gauteng businessman is working tirelessly to restore its image, one block at a time. His vision is to redefine urban living. South Africa's financial capital, a maze of streets shadowed by skyscrapers. Johannesburg's transformation in recent history has been swift but unpleasant.
In the 80s, there was tremendous political upheaval and then the implementation of economic sanctions. And so with that, you had international companies leaving South Africa entirely and local companies leaving Johannesburg again for the northern suburbs.
This left a hollow shell that was being filled by crime and disorder. Parts of downtown Jozi had fallen into pieces. Now it's time to rebuild. In this neighbourhood, Jonathan Liebmann and his staff are taking part in a new age of Joburg's urban revival. Its product, Maboneng, an area that's welcoming people back to the city.
It's a bit of everything in an urban setting, so we have elements for lifestyle, residential, commercial, retail, and a reason for Joburgers to move back into the city and for commerce to come back into the city.
But before bright lights and signature architecture, it was barely recognizable. No vibrancy, just old, abandoned industrial buildings. Still, they gave Jonathan and his property development company the perfect starting point.
We had this blank canvas. We really had empty buildings, and it was a case of taking those old industrial buildings, turning them into living spaces, into office spaces, into shopping spaces.
In 2007, when they first started, Jonathan and his team were just interested in rejuvenating the area. Their first big project, Arts on Main, turned a run-down factory into a space for art studios, galleries, and a food market. These developments gave him a wild idea. He could build something new out of the ruins of the old.
That for me was like, okay, we need to now develop a residential community. And then as the residential components happened, it was like, okay, now we've got a whole neighborhood.
But a neighborhood needed more than just new buildings. It needed life, human life. And in Johannesburg, where doors shut and streets fell silent after dark, crime remained a major concern. Convincing people to live or to open businesses in Maboneng seemed an impossible mission.
Most kind of middle and upper income people in Johannesburg had completely written off the CBD. And it took a long time to get them back. Even today, I still meet people that haven't been here for 20, 30 years.
To give people an offer they couldn't refuse, Jonathan focused on brand appeal. More clean buildings, lights and decorations, anything to wipe away the negative imagery of downtown Jozi. Soon enough, the revival had begun.
I had to really look at the security aspect of things. But then now finding a security guard in each and every corner of Maboneng, I think that sort of, really put me at ease.
Now that Maboneng is hitting the right note with Joburgers, it also attracts criticism. Is it exclusively upmarket?
When you bring middle-class suburbanites in and they don't really interact or have any engagement with the outside city, I question whether that's increasing the diversity or if it's just bringing in another homogenous group.
But as Maboneng grows into other parts of the CBD, it inevitably runs into other demographics.
So you've got the kind of hipster vision coming from Maboneng and the student vision coming from Doornfontein. And when those things collide, something that isn't planned, something that isn't fabricated comes out of that. And what that is, no one knows. And that, for me, is the most exciting possibility.
As Maboneng grows, Jonathan and his team have begun similar urban regeneration projects in other major cities, most recently Durban. South Africa is a country rich with individuals who have amazing stories to tell, people who are setting an example on how change can be achieved. Well, join us again next time to celebrate these stories of courage and triumph. My name is Mphola Gaje. Cheers.